Do you feel that the person you're with today is not the same person as they were 5 years ago or 10 years ago? Do you feel like your partner has changed? Like they're a new person and you're gonna have to learn to know them all over again? And all you're longing for is for them to go back to being that same person that you were with 5 years ago or 10 years ago. You're just longing for them to go back to who they were, because this new person that they are right now, you don't know that person. You don't really like that person. When you got together with this person, they had a really nice personality. They were loving, they were caring, they were kind. They treated you with the utmost love and respect. You felt so special, as if you're on top of the world. And now, a few years down the road, things have changed, and changed so dramatically that you hardly recognize the person that you're with now. Does that sound familiar to you? Are you going through that situation right now? I'm Simone with Access My Life. Access My Life means you're strong, you're independent, you're a go-getter, you know your worth, so anyone can access your life. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe, and if you would like one of these shirts to show the world that you're an open book, check the description box. Okay, now let's get back to the video. Listen, it's normal. It is so normal. And believe it or not, you have changed too. Maybe your partner hasn't come out and said it, but you've changed. Things and times change. People change, and you have changed. Yes, you have. Listen, we are humans, and we are always evolving. We're always changing. We're always doing things. And things that interest you 5 years ago or 10 years ago may not be the same interest that you have now. Things that you wanted to accomplish back then may change to something else that you want to accomplish now. And the same thing with your partner. So the person you met 5, 10, 20 years ago is not the same person that you are with now, because just like with everything else, your partner grows, your partner evolves, your partner becomes more experienced, and as a result of that, they may have more aspirations, or they may have different aspirations, and as a result of that, you will notice the change. And if you really take a look at it and look at yourself, you will also notice the same thing in yourself, that when you were growing up, maybe you wanted to be a lawyer or a doctor, but now that you're 10 years older or 20 years older than you were before, you no longer have that dream or aspiration, or somewhere within that time frame where you're thinking of wanting to be a lawyer or a doctor, your dreams changed. Something else, took up that place, and so that is no longer a part of your dream and something that you're pursuing. Same thing with your partner. So what you have to do, give your partner grace, and your partner is going to give you grace. You're going to realize now that this is a period in your life that you guys are trying to know each other all over again. And I'm sure you know the term that you guys have grown apart, and growing apart has a lot to do with people just growing up. Their way of thinking changing, their way of doing things changing, their aspirations, their dreams changing. Things that were priority to them at one point in time is no longer a priority to them now. Something else is a priority. So what you guys have to do is to try to grow together. And in order to do that, you guys have to communicate. If you guys don't talk, how are you going to know what is going on with each other? It's not that your partner doesn't love you anymore. It's not that he sees somebody else outside. But without having a conversation about it, then all these things linger in your head, thinking that, okay, my man has changed, my woman has changed, and They're a different person than who they used to be. They no longer want to do this for me, and they used to do that, and they knew I liked that stuff. These are all things that you're going to have to come to terms with. And in order for you to do that, you guys have to talk. Sit your partner down and say, hey, baby, you used to cook me breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and now all I'm getting is just dinner. What happened to breakfast? What happened to lunch? In your partner's mind, these are the things that they're looking for, but they don't realize that your lifestyle has changed so much that there's no more room for that. For example, when it was just the two of you, then your partner was your baby. You were able to cook your partner breakfast, lunch, dinner, give them a shower, go for a run, go for a walk, go partying, do all these things where you were your partner's main interest and your partner was your main interest. But guess what happened? You guys now have kids. So now the time has to be divided between your partner and your kids. And if your kids are young, then who becomes priority? The kids become priority because they are needy. They want you. They want both of you to be there for them. So their needs now become priority. And so your partner's need kind of get pushed under the rug a little bit. And it is obvious to your partner now because those things that you used to do, you are no longer doing them because what? Your attention is now on that child and not on your partner. So in order for you to prevent that from happening, you guys need to have a sit down, have a conversation and say, baby, I know that I used to be able to give you my 100%, but now because we have baby Michael, I cannot give you all my attention as I used to before. So this is what we're going to do. On the weekends, we're going to make sure that grandma has the kids, and then we are going to go out and spend some quality time together, just you and me. It will be our time to rekindle, or time to just reignite that fire inside of us. And this is the time I'm going to dedicate just to you so I can make you feel so special and so loved like you used to feel before. If you do that, then your partner will no longer feel neglected. And what's going to happen is that your partner is now going to be looking forward to the weekends when your partner can actually get the things from you that he is lacking, that she is lacking. You understand? Another thing that may change in your partner, why things are different, is that they have a new career. So maybe they were doing something before that they were able to go to work at 9 and get back home at 5 p.m. and still had enough time for you in the day for you guys to spend some time together, do some things together. But now, because of this new career, now your partner is leaving the house at 6 a.m. and getting home at 8 p.m. By the time your partner gets home, it's nighttime. They just have enough time to eat dinner, take a shower, and go to bed. There is not a lot of time for you. So again, you need to talk with your partner and say, hey, baby, I know that things have changed. I'm leaving earlier in the mornings and coming home late at nights. And I know that the quality time I used to spend with you, I'm not doing that anymore. But guess what? On the weekends, I'm all yours. I'm going to dedicate this time for you, to you. We're going to do things together. We're going to go to places together. If you have kids, you're going to leave them with the grandparents, leave them with a family member, leave them with a friend. Whatever you have to do to keep that unity together, that's what you're going to have to do. In the event where you guys are an older couple, maybe one partner may not want to work that hard anymore, or maybe they decide they don't really want to work anymore. So now you may have one partner still going out there and working, while you may have one partner just being at home relaxing, going to the gym, going to the store, just doing whatever they want to do during the daytime and just spending more time with themselves, investing more in them, just living more of a leisure lifestyle. And so that may cause a conflict in the sense where one partner may be thinking, oh, but I'm the only one going out there working, and saying to the other partner, hey, you need to do something. But that partner has already worked enough, saved up the money, and say, hey, I'm gonna live a little bit of life before I get a little bit older. So what you guys have to do now is to navigate that change in the relationship. Let your partner know, hey, you know what? I think I'm of this age. I'm 55 years old. I don't want to wait until I'm 60 before I retire. I know that we have enough money saved up where we have money for retirement, and I also have a little bit of money set aside for my own, where for the next 5 years I can actually just take a slower pace and kind of fulfill some of my dreams and aspirations, things that I wasn't able to accomplish because of work. So these are things that I want to do now. Spend a little time with myself, get to know me a little bit better. And if you do have that sit down conversation with your partner, then guess what? They won't have any reason in their head to be thinking and wondering, why isn't he going to work? Why isn't she going to work? Why am I the only one working? I want to relax too. I want to take a vacation. You know, if you guys communicate, then nothing can go wrong. You're both going to be on the same page. It's going to cause less arguments and less conflict because you guys are going to be on the same level with your endeavors and with your goals. But more than anything, you're going to have an understanding of your partner and where they are going. And you're also going to have a better understanding of yourself as to what you want to do. Maybe you also want to take some time off with your partner. If that is the case, discuss it with your partner. Make sure your finances are in order and move towards that. But if you guys don't communicate, you're going to have problems. And lastly, just going back to what I said before, if you're with someone for 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, things are going to change. That person is going to change. So what you have to do is try to get to know your partner during all these different phases in their lives. What is love? Love is appreciating someone for all their qualities and just loving them unconditionally for whatever it is. So if your partner has changed a little bit, learn to know that new person now. Figure out what makes them tick. And once you know that, then you can start learning to appreciate those new things about your partner. And the same thing with you. If you have changed and you have new interests, then your partner should be able to see those new interests and allow you to be yourself within that realm. So what you need to do is just to learn about your new partner, because things have changed. And all you have to do is just to change with the changes. Adapt. You understand? You have to adapt. Otherwise, you're going to find yourself getting a divorce if you're married, or saying you can't handle this anymore if you're not married to the person, and just leaving because you're thinking that this is a new person. You just have to know this new person and learn to love them and grow with them. And like I said, remember, you are also growing. So your partner is also learning the new you. So give them grace and they will give you grace. And together you guys can grow. I strongly believe in love. And I know that if you love that woman or if you love that man, then with whatever changes they are going through, you are going to be there for them. And you are going to love them through it all. And if they love you, they are going to do the same thing. Do you think that these people who have been married for 20, 30, 40 years just didn't go through any changes with their partner? Do you think that everything was smooth sailing for them? Do you think that maybe they haven't considered divorce before? Maybe they've gone through things so tough where nowadays everybody is quickly running to divorce court, but they stuck it out because they loved each other and they made a commitment to each other. That is what is supposed to stand whenever you are going through changes in your relationship with your partner. Just remember, things are going to change, people are going to change, you are going to change, your partner is going to change, and all you have to do is to understand that ahead of time. So take note from what I'm saying, that these things are going to come in your relationship. But if you are prepared with the knowledge and information that I'm giving to you, that it is going to come, then you will be ready for the change and know how to handle it. You will not handle it in a bad way where it leads to your divorce or it leads to your leaving the relationship. So thank you so much for tuning in. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Leave me a comment, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.